previous speakers, it's with gratitude that I want to acknowledge that we're privileged to meet on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And not only do I humbly pay my respects to their elders past and present, but also to their future leaders. I'd like to give you a little bit of context. And years before Martin Luther King Jr. wrote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere," my grandparents set the bar of how one should behave. It's a bar to which I can only aspire. Before my family's personal shower began, including incarceration and then 8 months of hiding in a 50-centimetre mice and flea infested roof space, my Opa and a group of his friends visited the transit camp in the family town that they lived in Slovakia, just 2 hours away from Auschwitz. Having bribed the Red Cross for their armbands, my Opa and his mates removed their yellow stars and donned the Red Cross armbands before setting about making the last few hours of the lives of the Jews stuffed into the cattle trucks just marginally better. They emptied their stinking toilet buckets and provided drinking water. My grandparents and their friends risked their lives to show this small kindness, and almost all of the people on those trains were never seen again. Like the late and great Ron Castan, the man whose memory we're really honouring here today, my grandparents were courageous, bold, open-minded, imaginative lateral thinkers, ready to challenge accepted principles. They further demonstrated this when in 1947 they enrolled my mother in a boys' school, yes, a boys' school, so that she could study matriculation, maths and science. And for the record, despite the fact that she'd missed several years of formal education, and she was a Jew, and she was a girl, she ducks the boys' school with straight A's. Not surprisingly, with such strong values of compassion, courage, education, generosity, gratitude, fairness, family, hope, justice and kindness so central to my grandparents' being, it's no wonder that my mother and my uncle inherited those traits, and Mum in turn transmitted them to my sister and I and to our children. And I'm so pleased to have them here today, including, I don't want to spell this, identify one child above the other because they're all so special, but one child flew all the way down from Queensland just for tonight. The other two live here, so they had to come. Indeed, I must have drunk the spirit of activism and volunteerism with Mum's milk, because I simply don't know any other way to be. So any congratulations for anything good I might have done or achieved really should be directed to and at Mum. And therefore, very directly to my late grandparents Helen and Armin Wintoltz of blessed memory. All I've ever done is do what I can, where and when I can, and to be honoured for that seems incredulous. Next Mother's Day will be Impact's 10th birthday. Established to make a difference to Victorian women and children fleeing extreme violence at home, and I mean extreme violence at home. Impact's not a Jewish organisation per se, but its guiding principle certainly is. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor velo ata ben chorin lehibatel mimena. It's not up to us to fix the world, but we're not allowed to quit trying. Impact has no paid staff. Our only expenses are incorporated fees, insurance, server fees, and a $10 a month rent for a small storage garage next door to my daughter's flat. That means in excess of 99.5 cents of every dollar donated to us in kind or in cash goes to fulfilling our mission, and I'm really proud of that statistic. And I need to also pay thanks to ABL and the work of Joey, who got us ABL tax deductibility status within months of us starting Impact. When I talk to other groups, I say that means that people can actually donate twice as much as they think they can. Nobody's listened to that though. I won't bore you with the lots of terrible statistics, other than to let you know that on any one given night, more than 700 Victorian women and their children are in crisis accommodation fleeing extreme violence at home. In the lead up to each Mother's Day and Christmas, Impact's volunteers pack and deliver hampers containing essential items and treats. And we help Santa find all the children who've had to be moved to another part of Victoria and who are frightened that he's not going to find them at Christmas time. We've refurbished refuges. We provide interest-free loans for a range of purposes, including 2 years ago, surgical expenses for a little 8-year-old boy. Thanks to the generosity of 2 family foundations, this last year we've also started providing safety cards, a new technology which has been proven to save lives. A safety card looks like a conference card. In the pilot study conducted in Melbourne's eastern suburbs last year, 40 at high-risk women were given one of these. The woman can wear it over her clothes or under her clothes, and her perpetrator is aware of the fact that she has it. The courts advise them of this. If the perpetrator breaches the intervention order and approaches her, the woman can press a button on the safety card and it does 3 things. It sends GPS coordinates straight to the police, who send a car out. It records the altercation, and most amazingly, that recording is admissible in court. It's serious stuff. In the 12-month pilot study, not one of the women wearing the safety card had a serious intervention. If the perpetrator grabs the card before she gets a chance to press it, that automatically triggers the mechanism as well. The cost is $600 per card and $40 a month. I don't know what you call it, maintenance. It goes to somebody like Telstra, but it's not Telstra, so that sort of stuff. It's a trifling amount to save a woman's life, isn't it? So safety cards are going to be the key focus of Impact's fundraising in the next year. It's not up to us to fix the world, but we're not allowed to quit trying. It isn't easy, and it won't be easy. But I truly believe that we can change the world when we work together. Not because others can't or don't, but because we can and must. Thank you for this extraordinary honour.
Thanks, Kathy. I'd like to award you this beautiful plaque, the Ron Castan Humanitarian Award 2015, presented to Kathy Kaplan, OAM, our stand-up Jewish Commitment to a Better World. Mazel tov.